What's going on, everyone? My name is Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning the left side of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Nullus. His opponent today. Jesus, that's a burp. Oops. Spawning on the right side of the map in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is Suppe. The map is... What is this map? It looks like Savannah to me, so it must be Savannah. The map's Savannah, and we have... this is actually... I've said this once, I'll say it again. This is one of my favorite matchups. Thor versus Poseidon. I feel like it's super equal, and I'm excited to see what these guys are going to come up with. There's a lot of really strong one town center, really high skill ceiling, high brain ceiling, one town center strategies that go into this matchup. A lot of army movements that are super finely tuned. A lot of understanding of the speed of which Hippocon versus raiding cavalry move at. If you really play this matchup on a deep level, it's pretty fun for sure. But we'll see how this is all going to go. Villagers popping out of the town center, doing their thing, coming over here onto the medium gold mine. And we do see Suppe chucking his gold mine down in the first age. We do see that, Shalky, indeed. But now, let me explain something. So the reason for an early dwarven gold mine for Thor is that you have something specific planned for it. Now, if your plan is to go to the classical age with 7 villages on food, 4 villages on wood, 4 villages on gold, you best believe you better not be casting Dwarven Gold Mine, otherwise I'm calling you out on it. But if you got something special in store, I want to see it. Because this is looking like we're going to be seeing something special indeed. As, let's check out the resources. Soupy Boy, well, his temple's actually really late. I thought maybe he went early temple. Maybe he's just going 744 and he probably didn't need to cast the Dwarven Gold Mine. But what happens invariably with the early Dwarven Gold Mine is you don't have to build the ox cart until you're in the classical age, which is obviously a bonus, a big bonus to your early game. But we see the forward temple coming through for Nullus. We're seeing an Ares rush. Oh, we did this before. Let's do it for Nullus. Ares coming through for Nullus. No, it's not very good, is it? It's not very good. Anyways, the temple coming up right now. Freya on the way now for Suppe. Doing all the good stuff. We got the chatting about who created the meta, who did all the good stuff. There's more collective knowledge for the game nowadays. You can become good by just watching some... strong players play. Completely correct. You can actually... But before now, you could become good by watching strong players play. They posted their recorded games all the time. No one was like hiding their strategies back in the day. No one was hiding them at all. But there's the Ares. It's actually a little bit late here. We see the Theseus coming forward. And Nullus loves his Cyclops, so we'll see how this is all going to go. See these villagers dumping their food off into the ox cart. The Theseus walking in here, going to try and take down the house. Nope, he's going to leave. As there's the Valkyrie. There's the Longhouse coming down. And the Valkyrie will spot the forward temple here. Going to probably go after this villager, to be honest. Nope, not going to. And there's the Cyclops. This villager might want to be the one putting down buildings. So you got to be super careful here. And the Valkyrie will be able to take this villager down, which is going to hurt the Ares rush by quite a bit here. We see the Kataskopot's going to come in, block the Valkyrie, but it's not going to be enough. This villager, very low HP. We see the Pestilence coming in here. The Valkyrie, one more shot, will take down this villager, and that's super unfortunate there for Nullus, as he's going to have to... Well, he's already thrown down his buildings in his base. There's the archery range. There's the military academy. We are seeing no stable here for Nullus, which I actually absolutely love. I think that the stables against Norse are really bad most of the time. Much better to go full stable or military academy archery range. If you go stable Toxotes, you're going to be in a world of pain a lot of the time. And I think that would probably be something accurate to be said. But we'll see if the Hoplite Toxotes are going to be any better. That's probably the question, more so than anything else. We see the units starting to pile out. We do have some Ulfsark coming out, maybe predicting some sort of Hippocon shenanigans. But now that the Hoplite coming in, that's going to mean Soup's going to be like, whoa, I can't just build Ulfsark here. I can't just build Ulfsark here. And there's the turnaround there for the throwing axe. I'm going to snipe one of those Hoplites. The other thing that happens when you have Ares is you get those upgrades. Those upgrades for the Hoplite, they become even stronger. But now we see the retreat micro here from Nullus as Theseus coming back in. The Cyclops getting charged down here by these Herso with only 7 HP remaining. But the Toxotes will be able to take the Herso out, going to keep the Cyclops alive for a little bit longer. And with 7 HP, that's a lot of damage to a building that it can do. So we'll see. He's going to move in, maybe take down the house very quickly, maybe keep retreating away. He's got the forward gold mine, so Nullus is probably going to be able to take this one down. Can see the throwing axeman potentially taking this down as well with only a couple of axe throws here, but 7 HP Colossus, MVP of the game so far. We are seeing the Cyclops moving forward. The villagers getting pulled off, and I bet you wish Soup had been saving his large dwarven gold mine now. We are seeing the dwarves going to be making an early movement over onto this gold mine over here. That's very smart. We see the villagers over here going to be retreating as well, potentially moving over to this location, or this location looks like he's going here. So we'll see. Exactly. Imagine Dwarven Gold Mine in this position. But the Toxotes already moving up to the top side of the map. You're going to be scouting that one out as all of the buildings here are falling for Soup. We see the raiding cavalry starting to come out. The Cyclops finally meeting his demise there. So we're starting to see these units falling over here. The Toxotes do so much damage in the back as those Hoplites can just retreat back, drag them in. Really smart play here from Nullus. Nullus still pushing in. We see the Toxotes spotting all of the shenanigans going on over here. We see the Hoplite Toxotes moving up to the top side of the map. Nullus simply just needs to walk straight through the base of Soup right into these dwarves over there. And we'll see if that's what he's going to do. Don't come around the side because that allows the dwarves a retreat path here. But obviously not happening just yet. We see the sentry tower getting ripped down here, but no further temple up, no further Cyclops to be made in this game, which does make me a little bit sad because Cyclops are fun units. We see the Herso, they're getting sniped. These villagers moving back over onto the food situation here. And Nullus is going to be swinging around to the top side of the map right now as we see those villagers getting sniped here. But he does have to retreat. The population score currently 63 for Soup to 76 for Nullus. Really nice micro here from Nullus, splitting the Hoplites off and sniping those throwing axemen. And this is the real big strength of the Toxotes against throwing axemen in the classical age. Once you get the Huskar out, it stops being as nightmarish because they can tank a lot of the fire here. We do see the raiding cavalry pushing in here. And now Soup can possibly simply just retreat his villagers over to this gold mine here. We are going to be seeing Nullus going to attempt to take a fight here. He needs to pull these Toxotes back, and he is going to do so as those raiding cavalry moving forward. And we'll see how this fight's going to go. A lot of the time, the Hoplites get completely minced in these fights, and then the Toxotes all fall. And we'll see how it's going to go. The Theseus is doing some good damage in the back. Now we're starting to see some small micro movements from these Toxotes here. Going to try and take down the throwing axemen in the back. We see the dwarves getting pulled off of the gold mine here, and Nullus has to retreat now. And a big reason why Nullus is not winning in these fights is he lost that villager on the favor and he lost the Cyclops. Imagine if he had that Cyclops here. But nice play from Soup, staying alive in this game. We'll see if Nullus can turn around in this little location now. he does decide to make an attempt here. The hoplites onto the raiding cavalry doing some good damage. He needs to snipe those throwing axemen. They've only got 10% pierce armor. It's vitally important to take the throwing axemen down with those Toxotes. If you do any micro at all in a fight, it simply should be focus firing the throwing axemen and pulling your hoplites back. We are seeing villagers now coming in for Nullus. Nullus is looking like he's going all in this fight. Skadi-esque right now. He does have some villagers left in his base, so he can keep building units, though he's starting to have to farm here. So this is possibly why he's going for this all in onto this location. We're starting to see some houses coming in, and Nullus is starting to push him. We see the raiding cavalry swinging around the back here. Funnily enough, had Nullus done this in the first fight here, that probably could have been a victory. But it's only 7 extra villagers. We see the forest fire coming in. Lots of damage onto these villagers. Nullus now going to start the fight. We see the villagers going after those raiding cavalry there. The Toxotes doing some good damage to the throwing axemen here. But Suppe is just going to be like, I need to just hang here for a little bit. We see the units fighting it again. Nice little micro there from Nullus, attacking the raiding cavalry there with his strong hoplites. The Toxotes, there's really not that many of them in this fight. There's the medium raiders coming through for Suppe. He's now at 102 of 115 population here. Nullus still trying to make something happen on this front right now, but Suppe is too strong right now, defending this one maybe just a little bit too well. He goes for the surround. He gets the surround with his cavalry. The throwing axemen here going to do tons of damage. The villagers falling in this fight. Lots of idle villagers here. You've got to be very, very fast on making the villagers attack, as we are seeing a lot of units falling here. 92 population for Suppe, 73 population for Nullus, 29 villagers for Nullus, 39 villagers for Suppe. A really, really big advantage now for Suppe, as Nullus's attack has been thwarted here, and Suppe comes out on top. That's wild there. I feel like had Nullus been like, well, he's out of his base, I'm just going to go with villagers the first time. All right. Now he's going to go with villagers. 25 villagers on the way here. As Nullus is going full Skadi here. As he's going to try and push forward. Suppe pushing in, as these villagers just going to be waltzing across the map. No resources left for Nullus to build anything, and he is going to try and put an end to Suppe's career here. Maybe going for a town center rush or something, going straight for the town center. That's absolutely wild here. So many villagers making their way in. Suppe is actually a little bit out of position here with his army. Maybe not realizing that the villagers are potentially going to take his town center down, but then obviously losing all these villagers here, he will possibly lose the game after that. And we are seeing these units moving in. Nullus, 64 population, losing the villagers. He's going after the hometown center. If this was Age of Empires 4, you could very much see that this would be game over if the town center fall. If that was the win condition here, we are seeing the villagers getting pulled off of the farms, and these villagers falling way too fast for this town center to go down, and Nullus will have to tap out now. Say GG, say Suppe too strong, and that is the game there, as Suppe prevents the Ares rush from taking him to pieces, sniping this villager over here. Absolutely clutch to slow down any extra favor gather right there. One extra Cyclops in this fight really would have turned the tides, because you pick up that unit, the splash damage comes in. So much good damage. Let's just check the armory upgrades. There's no armory upgrades happening here. And the other thing is, I do feel like there is a valid reason to send your villagers forward, but you should send them forward when you are going for a gold mine. Once you push them off the home gold mine and you're going in for a second fight up onto this gold mine, send them then. That's the best time, not after you're behind. But that was a really well played game there by Suppe. And I think with just a little bit better micro, this strat definitely would work for Nullus. He was in a really good position for a lot of this game, but unfortunately just couldn't make it happen. GG, well played by Suppe. We'll see if they want to keep playing. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and leave a comment if you so feel like it. I'll see you guys in the next game.